Okay, does everyone have their warm clothes on? Mhm. Get ready for movement. Bring your feet together and just stand lifting up out of the waist so you can find the legs very sturdy. Take a deep breath in and out. Relax the jaw, the tongue, the throat. Squeeze the legs a little together. Okay, and then you're gonna take your arms just out to the sides to start, like a T. And just expand from the chest out to the fingertips. And feel how the weight shifts a little forward and back through your feet. And you can exaggerate it, a little bit so you feel where that edge is before you fall back or fall forward. And then find a little more weight back in the heels so you can balance, and then press the pads of the feet down, spread your toes, and you can relax your arms down. And then take your right arm up and relax your left arm down, keep your feet together, and just notice your head is still very on straight, and you're just seeing how far up you can reach your right arm. And breathe into your side of your right lung. Feel how your low right kidney feels this morning in the low back. Good, and then you can lower the right arm and then just lift your left arm alongside of your ear. And then see how much you can reach up. You don't have to push anything, just kind of noticing when we bring our arms overhead, what's here right at the beginning before we warm up. Crown of the head reaching up, feet pressing down, lift your left fingertips and breathe into your left lung, left low back, kidney. And reach, and then relax the arm down. And then just take a one shoulder roll up, one or two, it doesn't have to be one. If you go slow, maybe one. Up and back and down, maybe do one more. Back and down. Keep the head just really tall, and then do the opposite, circling back up and forward. Seeing how much movement you can have in your shoulder blades. At the beginning, we're gonna investigate our movement patterns, our shoulders, and throughout the postures, we'll see. Bring your hands together and interlock your 10 fingers, and then just press your palms out, stretch the wrists. Put your palms up, again, stretching the shoulder, scapula, and then you can circle the arms down by the sides. Okay, and then you're gonna take the hands, palms, and push them out to the sides for the pericardium stretch. And then circle the wrists a couple of times, out, 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 and then in, 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 in. Good. And then you can bring your hands together in front of your heart and take a moment to set your practice or your intention, your mantra, your purpose. Just letting this time you spend here this morning with your practice, let it really serve, and an amazing, amazing class, everyone. May all beings everywhere receive the benefit of our practice. May everyone be safe and nourished and free. Oh. Do a sun salutation to warm up. Bring your arms up over your head sideways, palms together, look up and go back as much as you like. Exhale, you can fold over your legs and release your head, drop it towards the floor. Inhale, look forward. Place your hands down and step the feet back. Come to the top of a push-up. Push the floor with your fingers, spread your fingers wide, pull your abdomen in, and send your tail back. Lower your knees, your chest, your chin to the ground. Hug your elbows, forearms in, lift your chest. Excuse me, inhale and do a cobra. You can go lower tall cobra, shoulders are back and down, chin up. Exhale, downward facing dog, spread your fingers, and give yourself some time, excuse me, and downward facing dog to explore how you anchor, how you support yourself. Notice when you exhale, breath draw or lung draw in, the diaphragm lift up under the ribs. Change, look forward, step or hop the feet to the top. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, drop your head. Inhale, push through the feet and reach all the way up your arms. Look up and do it again. Exhale, fold over your legs, releasing the head down. Relax your jaw. Inhale, lift your chin, your chest, your eyes. Exhale, hands down, feet step back, and you can lower knees, chest, chin. Welcome to do any kind of lowering down that supports your movement. Lift your chest. Upward, exhale to downward facing dog. Grab the floor with your fingers. Lift your sitting bones up. Good. Beautiful. And then just stay and breathe here for a moment. Lift now your heels and step or hop the feet forward to the top. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, fold. Good, push into your feet. Again, just reaching the arms up and overhead sideways. Good, exhale, one more like that. Send your chest, head down, release your hands. Inhale, lift your chin, chest, eyes. Notice the hands press down so you can step back again to plank and lower down. Knees, chest, chin. Inhale, coming forward and up, shoulders down and back. Tuck your toes. Pull the abdomen in and up to lift the hips. Okay, and then from this one, we'll come onto hands, knees, and just take a moment in a table position. Good, and then you can round your spine when you're ready. So do the cat, and then when you're ready, inhale, coming to the cow. You can go at your own time, maybe here a couple of rounds forward and back. Grab the floor with your fingers, your palms, and opening up through the chest and collar, rounding, tucking, and opening, lifting. Notice like the ears come back, the ears come forward, the skull, the head to the tail. Okay, and then come to neutral. Push the floor with your hands and just turn your head to one side. So I'm going to look towards you first. That's my right side. And then bring your head center and then just turn your head to the left. Keep using your arms really clearly and just see and notice when you turn your head side to side, one side maybe a little different. Just sort of making note. And then letting the movement warm up your neck a little bit just by turning your head. Okay, and then if you feel comfortable, you can take the head in a whole circle, up and about. Just go slow and maybe do a head circle the other way. And then from there, you're going to take your hips back to your heels. And now just set the very center of your head on the floor or on a block or a towel, or a blanket, whatever you have to ground your forehead into the earth. And take a breath in Child's Pose Balasana. Fill the back of your lungs nice and deep, full breath in. Exhale all the air out and just drop the weight of the body and relax the center of the head, the forehead, the center of the brain. Okay, you can come forward again into a tabletop and tuck your toes under. No, let's do this. Lift your right arm alongside of your ear. Take your left leg back So you're making a arrow with your right arm, left toes. And then bend your left knee and reach back so you can catch for the bow. If you're doing that, you're gonna kick your right foot, excuse me, your left foot into your right hand and look forward, do a back bend. Okay, and you can release the right arm, left leg, lift your left arm, right leg next. And find the arrow, stay with that, control the, see what you need to do to keep the energy in the spine, in the center. And then bend your left knee and catch your foot and do the bow. And now you're backward bending your whole spine. So look forward, kick, kick, kick. And then change right leg down, left hand down. Now tuck your toes, lift your hips to up. Relax your jaw, your neck, your throat. And then you can step, lift the heels and step or hop feet forward. Inhale, lift your chest and fold over your legs, exhale. Good, reach your arms up overhead, sideways, look up, go back. And release the arms down, Samasthiti. Just find equal standing, breathing in and out through the nose. Good, everyone. Okay. So let's do Surya Namaskar B. We'll just add in a couple of things. So it starts with the feet together. Sit your hips back and down so you get nice and low in chair position. Lift your chest up, look up, sink your hips lower. Good, fold over legs. Separate your feet a little bit. Take your hands behind your back. Interlace your fingers. Hands either together or apart. Wrists in or wrists out. And then slowly taking your hands away from your back. Relax the shoulders, relax your neck. Let just the movement come in and then breathe and make sure you're going in a way that can be clear. Nice and calm in the breath so the mind stays calm. Okay, release the fingers down towards the floor. Inhale, lift the chest. And let's step the left foot back for warrior one. Spin the left heel down and lift your arms up. Push the floor away with your feet. Good. Open up warrior two. So you can spread open the chest here and bend your right knee even more. Make sure you want to get your right thigh parallel to the floor. Good. Reverse right palm. Lead up and back. Left hand to your leg. Change. Come back to warrior two and interlace your fingers. Bring your chest and your hip forward again. For a humble warrior, lift chest, squeeze your palms together and come forward inside of your right knee. Pull the belly in, drop the head down. Change. Step back. Plank pose, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Left foot forward, right foot down, warrior on the second side. Lift your chest, lift your center of the chest. You might even look up. Sometimes I look a little up, but keep my head inside my arms, or let that go back. You can do either. But find your right leg, squeeze it. Push your outer right heel down, outer right pinky toe edge side of the foot. Okay, open to warrior two. Chest opens, right hip still forward, left hip opening out. And then reverse. Lean to the right. Relax your head. Keep sinking your hips down, squeeze your hips forward. Use your legs. Warrior two, interlock the fingers. Chest forward again. Adjust the right toes a little more in. And then lift up to come forward, humble warrior. When you come down, keep lifting the, think navel lift up towards the spine. So you have more balance and you can drop your head and release your neck. Change, hands touch either side of the left foot, step back, high push up to low push up. Do any modifications that you like. And then come forward, upward facing dog, shoulders back and down, chin up, downward facing, exhale. Okay, lower your knees to the ground and put your just forearms on the ground, line them about with your fronts of your shoulders. And you can prepare for a dolphin pose, or if you want to go up into an inversion headstand, you can do that. Okay, so go ahead and get upside down, dolphin or headstand, or forearm stand if you feel steady. The goal right now is to breathe calmly and comfortably. I'm just gonna not worry about the sunbeam, doesn't matter. Okay, so from here, the sunbeam's good. So from here, just notice your breath is nice and calm, whether you're doing, your feet above your head or not. And you're pushing down with your forearms if you're in dolphin or forearm stand, yes, or headstand, you could do tripod headstand, or the one I'm doing, which is the hands bound position. But your breath is very calm, your eye gaze is at one spot. Just very relaxed, you just are putting the head below the heart. Okay, and having the skill to do the inversions and things. And dolphin's a really good place to start building into the upside down stuff. Okay, you can come down if you're up, come back to your hands if you're on forearms, downward facing dog. And then you're gonna bring your legs forward to your hands, walk them or hop them, or tiptoe, lift your chest, and fold over your legs, Utkatasana, bend your knees, sink your hips. Lift your chest, look up, shoulders down, enough so you're not crunching in your neck. Let's think about arcing the upper body back, change, come up, and arms down by your sides. And then just be still, take a breath in Samastitihi. Okay, and then we'll do half moon, arms look overhead, sideways, palms together. Interlock your 10 fingers, cross your thumbs, squeeze your biceps in close to your head. Pull the abdomen in, squeeze the legs in. Take a deep breath, inhale, full lungs. And just slowly exhale, bend to the right, push your hips to the left without bending the arms, without bending the legs. Get a big stretch all over the left side from your toes all the way up to your fingers. Index fingers pointing, crown of the head pointing in that direction as well. Chin is away from the throat. Pull the abdomen in, squeeze your hips to the left. Bring your body down to your maximum where you still have the good alignment. Left hip in line with the right shoulder in line with the left. Come to your maximum, stay, and feel the stretch all over the left side, gallbladder pathway there on the left. Pull the abdomen in so you can stay, and breathe, and push your hips out, come down. Change, come up, go slow. Stop in the middle, regrip the palms, make sure they're flat, wrists all the way to the wrists. Make sure your arms are touching your head, no gaps. Okay, pull the abdomen in, stretch up, straight arms, straight legs, exhale, slowly bend to the left. Go slow so you can keep the good alignment, but you can go further into the stretch. Doesn't necessarily mean the shape changes, but your awareness starts to expand even more. To the entire right side stretch and keep the abdomen in, breathe normal, in and out through the nose, just comfortable breathing so you can do the works, palms flat, stomach in, squeeze your butt, push your hips to the right, come down, find your maximum, stay and breathe here. Open up the chest, lean the right chest a little up, left shoulder forward, right hip forward. You're still in and you're still finding your depth, and then stay and breathe and keep reaching, index fingers, crown of the head to the left, push your hips to the right. And then stomach in, slowly come back up. Okay, and let's do the half moon back bend, feet together. Push your heels a little down, like glue the heels like they're roots into the floor, and then let your head go back. Just relax your head. You can move your arms a little forward, give some more space for your neck. Make sure your eyes are focused steady on a spot above and behind you. Lift your arms more up, and now take your arms, point to that spot you're looking at, and then keep going. Keep lifting your chest up. Taking your arms back, relaxing your head back, arms straight, palms flat, go back your arms, lift your chest, drop your head. Now, go into your low back, squeeze your butt forward, keep your weight pushing down into your heels. Your middle back, lift your chest up, your upper back, your head back, whole spine, backward bend, squeeze your legs, breathe in and out, go back, stretch your arms. One more, and then slowly, with control, come back up on your inhale. And exhale, come forward. Flat back, arms with the head. You can bend your knees, no problem. Once you're down there, bend your knees, put your stomach on your thighs, reach around at your heels, Padahastasana. Grab on the heels, drop your head down, suck your stomach in. And glue your body to your legs. Bend your knees as much as you need to make that happen. Face on the shins below the knees. Roll the weight forward into your toes. Lift your hips, tailbone up towards the ceiling. Pull the fingers up on the heels. Once your legs are straight, try to get your head to touch your toes. Contract your thighs if your legs are straight. Lock your knees. Take your shoulders up off your ears. Relax your jaw and just stay with the rhythm, the steadiness of your breathing. You can slow it down here a moment. Lift your tail up, drop your head down. Try to straighten the legs a little bit at a time. You don't have to force any of it. And then come back up, arms with the head. Slowly lift up out of the waist. And once you're at the top, just lower the arms down by your side. Samastehi. Breathing in and breathing out. Okay. Let's go into another variation of a salutation. Okay, so top of the mat. This one you're going to go arms up overhead. Look up as you inhale. Exhale, fold over your legs. Release your head down. Inhale, stomach in, look forward. Place your hands down, step or hop the feet back. Come from high push up to low push up or knees, chest, chin. Inhale, come forward to upward facing dog or cobra. Shoulders down. Exhale, downward facing dog. Step your right foot forward. Stay high on the left ball of the foot for crescent lunge. Okay, so when you come into a crescent lunge, sink your hips down. Try to get your right thigh parallel to the ground. Squeeze your left leg more. Come up onto the ball of the left foot. And then if you want, you can take interlocked finger grip, just like half moon grip, index fingers up. Pull your abdomen in. If you're steady in your lunge, you got your back leg solid, locked. And you can let your head go up and back, look back, lift your arms up. Slowly take your arms back. Half moon back bend in the lunge. Same movement, head back, chest up, arms back, reach back. Squeeze your left butt, squeeze your left leg. Change, come up. Okay, from here, everyone, listen, bring your, let's bring the left arm under the right. Left arm under the right. And then lift your elbows up. So eagle arms, but elbows up. Same thing, you can start to go back a little bit or a lot and point your fingers now in the direction your head is going. Come forward. Now, listen, straighten your right leg and just safely pivot your left heel down so you can turn and face. I'm going to switch my direction so I'm facing you, but you have your feet spread. You still have like your eagle elbows. Okay. And then lift the elbows up again. This time, come forward with parallel feet. Flat back. And your fingertips or wrists will probably touch the floor first. You can just kind of play with the eagle, arms staying a little more in, a little out. But notice lengthening the chest forward and pushing down into the feet and roll the weight into your toes so you're not overstretching in the backs of the knees. Contract your thighs if your legs are straight. Okay, and then come back up and you can undo the arms, take them over your head. Okay, now bring your hands to interlace again behind your back. And you're gonna face the right leg again. Okay, and you're gonna come back to crescent lunge, bend your right knee, squeeze your left leg. So you're still on the right side, I'm just facing a different way now. Lift your chest. Okay, and then reach now, just think about lifting your chest and reach your knuckles towards your left heel. You let your head go back. Carefully unlace the fingers and come back up, arms over your head, palms together. Let's do kneeling head to knee, lower your left knee down. So like gods and goddesses style, bring your right heel in towards your left knee. Stretch your arms up, tuck your chin in, kneeling head to knee, round in. Suck your stomach in the whole time, breathe in and out through your nose, push your fingertips into the floor. Just land them a little inside of the right big toe. And touch your forehead to your knees, scoop your belly in. Breathe here for a moment. And then unwind your spine, arms with the head. Lift up at the top. Head back. Arms up. One more half moon back bend from here. Push your left hip forward. Squeeze your inner thighs together. You could do interlocked finger grip. Go back. Reach back. More back. And change. Come up. Good. Press on the right foot. Press off the top of the left foot and turn. Pivot. Face the left. Crescent lunge. Come up high onto your right foot. You're going to do that whole thing on the second side. Okay? So from here, lift up the chest, squeeze your right leg, lock your right leg, sink your hips more down. Right? And then you can take the half moon again, lift your chest up, head back, arms back. Just doing a variation of gods and goddesses. Lots of shoulders today. Opening up some space. Okay, come back to the center. And do your right arm under the left this time. Cross wrap twist. Lift your elbows up. Head go back. Arch back. Keep your back leg solid. Squeeze it. Lock it. Maybe the side different. Just breathe. Sink your hips. Keep your back leg locked. Come back up. Keep your arms in eagle. Carefully send the right heel down. Pivot your toes. One more time, lifting up to come forward. Widen your feet. Try to come down with the weight in the toes. Flat back. And then, probably your fingers are going to touch the ground instead of your head. And sort of adjust to your needs so that you feel like your back is still somewhat flat now. I'm keeping my shoulders down, sort of away or up, really, away from the ears. It's giving the neck some space. Vasudha Padottanasana. Okay, and then you can come back up and unwind your arms. Go up, overhead. Quarter turn, face the left leg again. Come up high on the ball of the right foot. Sink your hips down. Get low. Squeeze your right buttocks. Push your right heel forward. Okay, do one more half moon here. Chest up, head back, arms back. Reach back. Go back. Breathe. Back leg straight. Squeeze your right butt. Change. Right knee down. Kneeling head to knee. Untuck the right toes. Left heel in. About 3 to 6 inches from the right knee. Stretch up your arms. Bring your chin in. Tuck your stomach in. Right, round down. Be safe in your low back. So you got to really use your low abdominal wall. Lift it in and up to get a nice stretch in your low back. Touch your forehead to your knee. Keep your chin in your throat. Change, arms with the head. Round your spine back up. Lift up at the top. And here you get a bonus half moon back bend. One more, squeeze palms, reach arms up, arms back, go back. Squeeze the outer hips, the glutes, the inner thighs. So you have a very strong foundation. Even though your legs are doing two different things, keep your two hips in one line. Change, come up. Okay, let's, from here, bring your hands down either side of the left foot. Tuck your right toes under, lift your right knee, and step back to downward facing dog. You may or may not be facing the right direction. I don't know, but it doesn't matter. Be in downward facing dog. And then from here, let's walk the hands to your feet. And grab your big toes for Padangusthasana. Press your fingers and thumb grip, feet parallel, lift your chest. And start to bring your chest forward and down. Pull on your toes, open up the upper chest, the upper back. And relax the weight forward into your toes as you pull on your toes with your fingers and open more through the chest and let the neck stay nice and easy, the jaw very easy. Pull the navel up. Okay, Padahastasana next, hands underneath the feet, toes to the wrists if possible. Roll the weight forward. You bend your elbows, just let the head again drop down. Use your toes against your wrists. Get a little nice acupressure there. Notice what you feel. I feel it more in my thumb side of my hand today, where my wrist meets my thumb. It might be on the other edge of the hand or in the middle of the hand, wrist. Doesn't matter, just notice. And then change, come up halfway, bring your hands to your hips. Come all the way up, inhale to the top. Okay, and then arrange yourself again at the top of your mat, feet together. Maybe you have to take a little walk there or take a turn. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do, let's do this. Step out to the side, big step. Okay, you can have your hands just at the center to begin. Okay, now open your arms out. From here, let's go, come forward again, flat back, reach out, reach out, reach out. Okay, and you're gonna grab for the outer edges of your feet, heels if you can get them. And then start to pull your chest a little more forward and down, roll the weight into the toes, contract your thighs, bend your elbows. If they're bending, bend them back towards your feet. So eventually your whole spine, your arms, your legs are is in the same plane, in the same area. And then come up, lift your chest, all the way, arms out. Okay, now turn your right toes out. Bend your right knee, sink your hips down. Get low. Rotate your palms, right elbow inside the knee, bent knee triangle to begin. We're going to go into some variations here, but start with bent knee triangle and lift your left arm up. Turn your chin to your left shoulder. Push your right knee back with the help of the right elbow. Push your left heel down. Suck your stomach in. Breathe. Okay, you can put now your right hand on the floor inside of your right foot or to a block. Or if you could do the outside position if you're used to practicing it that way. Either way, you're going to now have your right shoulder and knee connected. Keep your right thigh parallel. Push the outer edge of your left foot down. And you can take now your left arm over your ear for side angle pose. Okay, you could circle it in front of the chest. Sometimes that's a little more at ease for the shoulder rotation, right? But if you're used to it, you can just take your arm over your head, point your fingers in a diagonal line, your left fingers away from your left outer foot, pressing down. Pull the abdomen in, push your shoulder into your knee. Okay, you can stay here. And then come back up. Straighten the right leg. Do your other side. Left toes out. 2 heels in about one line, hips forward, arms back, bend your left knee, sit down, bent knee triangle. Right, you have time to feel, to establish your legs really solid, hips forward, arms back. Tract your right glute, your right quadricep, right leg is solid. Rotate the palms and go. Left elbow inside the left knee, bent knee triangle. Sink your hips down if they started to lift. Turn your head up, chin to right shoulder. Look up. Reach up. Squeeze your right leg, push your right heel down, squeeze your right glute muscle. Open up your chest more, breathe. Every exhale is a really nice opportunity to contract your abdomen more. To feel those muscles helping support the length in your low spine. Okay, now you can bring your left hand down to a block or the ground. Side angle, right arm over your ear. Chest up, lean back. Push your left shoulder into your left elbow. I said that weird. Push your left shoulder into your left knee. Knee into shoulder. Open the right chest. Push your right heel down. Reach, reach. Breathe. Suck your stomach in. Stay. Okay, and then slowly come back up. Straighten the left leg. Bring your toes face forward. Excuse my voice today. I didn't know I had a little tickle there, but these things happen. Arms up overhead. Okay, turn and face the right leg or parvita position. So you're going to twist your spine on like warrior leg. So bend your right knee, push your left heel down, twist to the right, left elbow or tricep or shoulder across the knee. Lengthen the crown of the head away from your left heel, push down. Hands, palms together in prayer, thumbs to the sternum, fingers forward. You can press the hands a little together to help open up the right chest into your twist. Option to bind, left arm down, right arm over your head like side angle. It's very deep in the shoulders, go slow. You don't have to take that position. Push your left heel down, lift your right chest up, and then unwind slowly. Opposite way you came in, warrior one, lift your right, straighten your right leg, pivot your toes. Do your other side. Bend your left knee, push your right heel down, squeeze the right hip, square yourself off. This time twisting to the left, okay? So turning to the left, take your elbow, tricep, or shoulder across the knee. You're going for shoulder eventually. Take some time. Push your right heel down. Squeeze your right leg, lengthen it all the way from the right heel to the crown of the head, and then twist. Hands stay in prayer, or option, open the arms. You still have your shoulder to the knee, and then left arm can come over your head. Away from the right heel, push down. Twisting requires that you breathe. Well, everything requires that you breathe, but you breathe slow, especially on the exhale. You'll have more space, have more ease. You stay. Don't miss it. Okay, you can unwind, go slow. Come back up, and you'll be facing forward again, all 10 toes, same direction. Open your arms out, and then just step back, feet together, arms overhead, arms by your sides. Okay, from here, let's come into, go ahead and fold over your legs. Step back either into a downward facing dog, or you can lower your knees. We're all going to lower the knees in a moment. Tabletop. Okay, and then prepare for getting upside down again. So remember, you can do forearms down for dolphin, forearms down for Pincha Mayurasana, or forearms down, interlock your fingers for headstand, or tripod headstand. Whatever your choice is, notice that your breath is calm and that you're not struggling, not straining.
You're bringing your head below your heart and moving these lines of energy, finding your posture that you can do that for now. So not really trying to learn the posture right now. Do the one you know, that you know you can stay steady. Concentrate at the center of your forehead, sixth chakra. Squeeze your legs together if they're in the air. Calm your breath. Push your forearms down. Stay upside down. Then you can change. Lower the legs if they're in the air. Come back to downward facing dog. And bring your left leg forward on your mat. Bring your right knee down. And come up to a kneeling lunge. Okay, a couple more things with the legs, hips. Bring your hands to your low back for Kapayasana. And use your hands at your low back for a lift, a support, right? Really use them so they're there and you can kind of feel that, oh, I'm lifting through the front of my belly, through the chest. Then you can go into it as deep as you like, bending the left knee more, sending the right hip more forward, press the top of the right foot down, stomach pathway on the right side, lift your chin up. You can open the throat more. Squeeze your right glute. Okay, you could take your arms to the center of the chest or to half moon grip. And go back again. The more half moon, the better. Okay, you can change. Come up. Bring your right elbow across your left knee. Twist again. But keep your back knee down this time. And just work on your breathing, getting a little bit slower, deeper. You're welcome to do a bind here. Left arm behind, right arm under, if your shoulders like that. Or can tolerate it. Never hurt your shoulders. Okay, change, look down. Unwind your arms and bring your hands down inside of the left foot. You can heel toe the left foot out for lizard. Lower one or two arms to the floor. You could take your right knee further back, any kind of style of lizard you want to do. I'm going to let my left knee open out to the left a bit and roll onto the pinky toe edge side of my left foot. Just going a little bit deeper in the groin and the hip. Another deep breath here in whatever part of lizard you're in. And then slowly come up on your hands if you're on your elbows. Bring your leg back in so your left foot's under your knee. And then lift your chest back up and just circle your arms over your head. Okay, and then from here, let's actually do the other side. So go back to downward facing dog. Just transition, right foot forward, left knee down. Bring your hands to your low back, push your hips forward. Kapayasana. Squeeze the left glute. Open up the front of the hip. And just think about lifting the energy up. The organs are lifting up. Front of the abdomen is a nice stretch. Front of the chest, heart, throat. And then options, take your arms over your head. Keep supporting your low back if that's a better choice for right now. If your arms are over your head, you can reach back for your left foot or whatever you're looking at, imagining. And then you can change, come up, twist to the right. Nice easy twist, back knee down, shoulder over the knee, turn the right ribs up, look up, half bind, full bind, go slow. Making the choice and then observe your choice and breathe into it. Unwind from your twist, put your hands down inside of your right foot this time. Widen the foot out to the side enough so you can dip your shoulders, chest, head down. Maybe to your forearms. I like to sometimes turn my palms face up. So I'm massaging the back of the forearms. Lots of good acupoints there. And then you can roll onto the outer edge of the right foot. Breathe. Just drop things down, surrender into the choice of lizard that you chose, and just stay for another couple of breaths. And then later do this as like a yin pose for 5 minutes or something. Set a clock, set a timer, and enjoy. And for now, just one more breath. And change, come back up. Go to downward facing dog. Okay, and then bring your left leg forward again, right knee down. Come into any version of Padmasana splits. So you could do the, just isolate the left leg. Okay, and bring yourself a little forward, fingers to the blocks or to the floor. Or you could do both legs straight. Sort of see how far apart you can get your feet with your legs strong. Squeeze your right butt, your right quadricep. Okay, or you could do a back leg straight, front leg bent. These are all the different ways. Okay, if you have a full Hanuman and you feel steady, you can lift your arms up. Squeeze your right glute, everyone. So the strength in the legs, even if you're very deep in the pose, you keep that. And then there's an option if you want to go back, your arms. Moon. Okay, bring your arms down. Bring your, bend your left knee in. Steer yourself to the other side. I'm gonna just go right into the other side with not much instruction. So do your one that you want to do. If you know, see if the legs want to both split. If you want to isolate one leg at a time, keep the legs very strong, powerful. Left glute, the back leg glute stays solid if you're doing full splits. So you squeeze the left butt as you open up your left hip. Nice to keep the back toes tucked and even keep the left knee off the floor. And that'll force you to use the quad, the glute. And then if you're, then once you're all the way down, you could untuck the back foot, but you want to keep pressing the top of the foot down and squeezing the left butt. Abdomen in, and if you are taking the arms up, right, you're doing it because energy is flying up, not sinking down. You're leaping, you're using your leg strength, and then maybe you go into back bend or forward bend. All kinds of things. Again, you could spend some time on this, like a yin pose for minutes and minutes. Okay, from here, let's come out. You're gonna now bend your right shin in for a pigeon style pose. Okay, on the right leg. Come forward, out, and down, and then release the neck, spine, hands under the head or to a block. Pigeon on the right, breathe, take any variation in the that you know that works for you, that allows you to stay and get comfortable enough to breathe, but notice the sensations and stay with what comes up for you. Just 3 deep breaths here. That's 1. 2. 3. Start to come up, and from go to your other side. You can take downward facing dog and switch your legs. Maybe facing, I don't know which way you're facing. So again, we're doing lots of around the world today, so it doesn't really matter where I am. Okay, but bring your left leg forward. Do your second leg for pigeon. Go slow coming forward so you can be really good with how your left shin is, sort of what angle you need of the shin. My left side, I need a little, usually more forward of my shin to protect my knee. Some people say more in with the shin protects your knee, but you have to just listen and know your body and kind of feel for those cues that your body gives you that like, okay, this is good, go here, go here, go here, and then you just stay and breathe. And now we have only just 3 more deep breaths. It's 1. Yeah. We really go to the end of your exhale and notice the diaphragm relaxing up. And then you can start to press yourself back up. This time you're going to come to a standing position. So you can go to downward facing dog. That's nice if you want. And then you can walk your hands to your feet or your feet to your hands. Just make your way up to standing position. We'll do just a couple balancing standing postures. Bring your right knee up towards your shoulder. You can catch it with your hands or your elbow. Lock your standing leg. Marichyasana, right arm inside of the shin. You can slice down or stay in the like standing version, the wind removing version. If you're doing the arm in front of the right shin, you can bind behind you and then lift your chest back up. Put the knee a little in. Okay, and release. Simple posture, going into the hip again, left knee up, catch your knee, stay here, lock your standing leg. Doing the shoulder bind, I hold my shin with my right hand and then bring my left elbow in and down, left shoulder in and down, wrap around. Ooh, this side not very open for me today. And then you gotta lift your chest back up. Do that, you wanna align the spine again, and then just let the bind help you, right? Or you fall and then change, release it, left foot down, stand tall. Okay, let's do 1 eagle today, arms up overhead, sideways, palms together, right arm under, cross wrap twist, sit your hips back and down, get low, lift your chest, right leg on top, cross wrap twist, hook your toes, sit back down, get low, weight back in your standing leg heel, squeeze your legs together, knees in the center, elbows, wrists in the center, suck your stomach in, pull your elbows down, arch your upper body back. Change, right foot down, arm sweep up, left arm under, cross, pull the elbows down, sit your hips down, lift your chest up, lift your left leg on top, sit back down, left toes hook around behind, sit a little lower, put your butt more back, push your right heel down, suck your stomach in, pull your elbows down, pull the fingertips down below the nose, suck your stomach in, arch your upper body back. Change. Release. Okay, last standing balance, bow, standing bow, Dhanurasana, Dhanuyamana Dhanurasana. Okay, so remember like the first thing we did in class today was reach arm up, right? So you're doing that now after hopefully getting a little bit more warmth and space in the body. Now you're gonna take your right palm out and grab for your right foot from the inside, knees together, point your right toes, chin up, take a breath, kick back, and reach forward. And when you do that, you're letting your 2 shoulders separate one another. Keep your standing legs solid. Just find the body down, the whole shape comes down, your right toes appear above the center of your head. Now you stay and you keep kicking, reaching, breathing. Pick up 1 more, hold, and change. Right foot down, left arm down. Take your right arm up and reach up more. Find so much space from your along the outer intercostals and ground your right foot, your standing leg. Okay, and then you can take a hold of your left foot from the inside, knees together, standing bow like in the hot yoga class, kick back, charge forward. So let your 2 shoulders separate one another, charge your body forward, touch the front mirror. So used to saying that. You might have a mirror, you might have your computer screen, kick and reach, body down.
stay, find your maximum, kick up one more, kick, stay, change. Reverse, left foot down, right arm down, and take a breath. Okay, and now you're gonna come to a seat. Yeah, I wanna go back to Marichiasana. So sit down, take a moment. And good. Okay, then you're gonna bend your right knee in, just like before. But now you have your hips on the ground. Keep your left leg kind of flexed toes. You can hug the knee for a moment. Notice if the right hip came up, lower the sitting bone down. You can also sit yourself up on, put your left hip up on a pillow or a block if it's feeling really uneven. Excuse me. And then you're gonna take the right arm up. Same as in standing, bring your right shoulder in, turn your right palm, thumb down, and then wrap your shin. Take your left hand around and right hand grabs your left or use a strap. Pull the knee a little more in, make stimulation to the low abdomen. And keep your left toes flexed and start to pitch the spine a little more forward. It's okay, like my sitting bone of my right leg starts to little tiny come away from the floor. It's okay, but I'm gonna try to send it more down just to be aware. Okay, then you can come up and take your right now armpit over the top of the knee. So this is from the 84 asanas, life pose, pranasana. And we're gonna keep the left leg straight for now because I just want to show you what you're doing with your right armpit. It's hard to see, I think, because of my like all black clothing, but armpit over the knee. You can hold your shin in place if you need to. Now take your right palm, fingers under the right toes, and then you can kind of press the toes into the hand. You're stimulating into the armpit, and you know, in the Chinese medicine, like that's the heart, first point of the heart pathway. Lymph tissue there. Okay, the full posture, you would do this one in half lotus. So you would bring your left heel to half lotus. Anyone that wants to try it like that, you can do that. Okay, and then you bring your right knee in. The other option is just folding your leg in if the lotus is being like tricky today for you. Okay, so right arm over the knee, fingers under the toes. And then if you don't need to use your left hand to hold the leg in place, you can use your left hand to kind of push the left knee down. Now, if you're in the lotus part of this posture, more than likely, your right sitting bone came off the floor to get your left knee down. So you can kind of play with putting right sitting bone down, left knee up. You never want to force your knee, but those are kind of the, eventually you want to have sitting bone down and knee down, but you might have to play between those two things. This is a lot of information, but some of you I know are working on lotus stuff. Okay, change. Let's do the other side. Unwind your legs, sit up tall. And this time, bend your left knee in, Marichiasana A. Hug it in, sit up tall, flex your right toes, lift your left arm up. Take your left shoulder inside of the knee, turn your left hand thumb down so you can get low on the shin and then wrap it around. See if there's another hand back there or use a towel or a strap. Have a little distance between your left foot and your right thigh. Okay, so it's not here, there's a little space there, and then you can bring your chest forward, but hug your knee in. It's really good posture for the low back. Okay, and then do your life pose. Since I already showed you on the first side, we'll just go right into the lotus part of it. If you're doing lotus, pull your right heel to the inner thigh or bend the knee in like so. When you take your half lotus, remember when you bring your left foot in and lower the right knee down, the left hip sitting bone maybe came up, that's okay. Or have the knee up and the sitting bone down. I like knee down, hip up. It's a little more balanced. Left armpit over the knee. And you have to work with that. Sometimes, again, use the right hand, hold the shin in place. We do this in hot yoga, like when it's sweaty, and it's gonna be really tricky. It's kind of easier with clothes on. Okay, push put the fingers under the left foot. Keep your knee in your armpits on purpose. And then if you want to try to lower the right knee down with the left sitting bone on the ground, lengthen up out of the side of the right waist. Breathe, your right heel is right into the low left abdomen. Spleen. Okay, and then you can change, release that one. Let your legs come out in front of you. And then let's come into another half lotus. Bring your left heel in to half lotus or make the foot inside the leg. Bring your right knee in, similar to what you were doing, but let's do Barrage Vadrasana. Take your, bring your right shin back for Barrage Vadrasana. So right shin on the ground, hip inside of the right heel, toes going straight back. You're going to turn to the right. So you could take your, I'm all mixed up. Turn to the left. Oh, I'm having us go to the left first. That's okay. Bring your left hand around and catch your right foot. Take your right hand fingers under the left knee and then twist to the left. Okay, and breathe. And if the binds aren't happening, doesn't matter. You can still do the same thing in the twist. Lift your chest. Let's do the other side. Vrajvadrasana. So left leg shin back. And then right leg shin in, half lotus. Half lotus or not. Try to have your inner thighs together. Lean a little forward, reach around and see if the foot's there for a bind. Bring your left fingers under the right knee or on top of the knee. And even though you're leaning your hip, your low spine a little forward, lift your chest up and then turn, twist to the right. Release. Lie down on your stomach or some spine strengthening postures. Bring your chin forward. Bring your arms down by your sides. Do locust variation first. Interlace your fingers behind your back. Squeeze your legs solid. Squeeze them so much they start to float off the floor. And then you can take your hands, your interlaced fingers, knuckles back and straighten the arms. And that's going to allow the chest to open. You'll come up. Breathe and squeeze your legs even more together like a cobra tail. Okay, and then change. Bring your hands in cobra position. So from the 26 and 2 class, ghost style cobra, fingers line up at the shoulders, squeeze your legs together, push your feet down. Squeeze your butt muscles, lift your kneecaps. Take a breath, look up, come up till you feel your low back muscles. Elbows 90 degrees, shoulders down and forward, eyes up, chin up. Breathe. Squeeze your legs more. Inner thighs together. Change. Okay, come down. And then from here, separate your legs a little bit wider for full cobra prep. This time you can push into your hands even more to straighten your arms. Okay, and then even though you straighten your arms, make sure your shoulders are not up. Shoulders now are both back and down. Right, so in the low cobra, or you can say the ghost cobra, the shoulders are back and forward. So you make like the cobra hood. In the full version, shoulders are down and back. So it's a little more working with flexibility of the spine rather than strength in the low back, if that makes sense. Okay, now from here, you can stay and you lift your chin. You keep opening up the front of your chest. Shoulders stay down and back. And if you want to bend your knees and put your toes on your head, you can try that and stay. Shoulders back and down. Keep your pelvis on the ground. There's no space between your pubic bone and the ground. Bend your knees and touch your head with your toes. Look back. Okay, you can change. And then we'll do one more on the abdomen. Sorry, we're going to do 2 more. Come back to a tabletop. And then I want you to do a plank pose and squeeze your legs in together. Just kind of plug everything back in. We've been doing a lot of sort of opening of the hips today. Opening the legs. Squeeze everything back into your center. Hold plank just for 3,
Pull your abdomen up, push the floor away, protract your shoulders down into your hands. 2 and 1. Okay, now you can separate your feet if they're together. Lower just your knees. And then bring your chest, chin down and forward inside of your hands for Anahatasana. You can adjust if you need to, the legs further back. Keep your knees on the ground. Or you walk them more forward. What you want to look for in this is flattening the chest center to the floor. And then eventually you also flatten your throat to the floor. You might not be touching literally, but see if you can lift your chin a little and then send it forward. You get more space in your throat. Stay here, breathe here. You can do any variations you want. We're not going to hold it super long, but I'm going to recommend you do hold it a little longer later when you go do all the postures I told you to do long for your yin practice later. Okay, change, come forward, lift your chest forward and up. Straight arms, shoulders down and back, just stretch. And then come forward onto your abdomen, and let's do one more now, called Bow Dhanurasana. Bend your knees, reach back, grab for your feet from the outside. All 5 fingers like hooks, chin out, point your toes to the ceiling, kick back, and kick up. When you kick up, roll onto your abdomen, keep kicking, knees, shoulders are like flying up to the sky evenly. Squeeze your inner thighs together, use your glutes muscles, your hamstrings muscles to kick your legs more up. Relax your shoulders, hold your feet and let your head go back, kick. Look at the ceiling, kick, and change, reverse. Rest your head, turn it to one side, and let your toes come in. Just flop the body down, let go of the controlled movements. Breathe in through your nose. And out through your nose. And turn your head the other direction, same thing, just be still, let go of the body and let the weight hold you. Heavy head, relax your jaw. Breathe in. And slow breath out. Okay, from here, bring your chin forward, push into your hands. We're going to stay in backward bend mode just for a little bit more. Bring your knees separate, hips with distance for camel. Okay, support your hands at your low back, everyone. So you find that, sort of perfect place for you to get a little lift there in your low back with your hands behind. Lift your head, your eyes to the ceiling. Slowly let your head go back. Keep your hips forward over your knees, send your tail down, and then go back a little further. You see the floor behind you. You can reach back for your heels. Keep your hips over your knees, grab your heels, thumbs up, fingers in style. Push your shins down, open up your chest. Change, hands to the low back, slowly come back up. Head comes up last. Sit down and just breathe in and out through your nose. You can close your eyes if you like, but concentrate at the center of the forehead, 6th chakra. Okay, from here, let's do, I want to do one more camel. If you're working on more advanced camel postures, you can do half moon getting into it. So you could do arms up over your head and drop into your half moon and then reach for your heels. Or if you're going into full camel, I'll try to show you how to start working on that. Some of you I think might want to. But your knees, if you're doing full camel, otherwise you'll do your second set camel standard. If you're doing full camel, knees a little out, toes in. Okay, and you can go into it with the half moon arms. What you do is you take your half moon pose, you lift your chest up, your arms up, you drop your head back. Just like you're doing half moon, you go back, you reach back, you find your best half moon with your hips over your knees. And then you keep looking back, reach for the floor. Okay, but you don't touch the floor, you don't try to collapse. Once your fingers are at the floor, you can bring your hands, palms to your head, and then lower your forearms down. And the hands should touch the feet. Not open enough today yet. Okay, and then when you come out, if you took that variation, try to go out the opposite way you came in. Okay, if you're doing that, take a little time with it. Don't rush. I just did it kind of fast to show you. So everyone set up for the camel you're gonna do. Hands a little back, or prepare for the full posture. Any part of any of the posture is good. So if you're doing the half moon, arms up, head back, chest up. Good, keep going. I want to watch. Find your posture. Okay, if you're doing standard camel, stay with it. Good. Reach back. What is that? Christina. Good. Head back, arms back. Now you could take your hands then to the low back or heels. If you're not doing the full drop back, yes, but it's just a different way of entering. Nice. Everyone take your time and just slowly change. When you come back up, you'll sit down and again, just concentrate, meditate. You can close your eyes. Let me see. Let me get my screen back so I can still see you guys. Okay, now from here, let's finally twist the spine. Okay, and finally, because we've done a lot of back bends, so we want to do a lot of twisting now. Bring your legs out in front of you. Shake them out a little bit. Bend your right knee in. Take your right foot across. You can fold your left shin back and turn twist to the right. Elbow outside of the knee. Reach back. You can do any kind of binds or not binds. But lift the center of the breastbone up, lift the crown of the head up, turn twist to the right. Push your knee back, twist, twist. Good. Untwist your spine, switch your legs, right leg long or bent, left heel over the right knee. Drop your left sitting bone down, reach your right arm up, push the knee away, and reach back the left chest. Look around to the left. Exhale, exhale, twist. When you exhale, you get more space. Diaphragm lifts. Stay for another breath, find your twist. Exhale. Now, when you unwind your spine, you're going to keep your left knee on top. For cow, Gomukhasana, you can sit up on a pillow or you can have your bottom leg long for half cow. Okay, and then we're just gonna make sure that we have as much as possible the knees stacked. Doesn't matter if they're exactly touching, but just have them in that same line. And then the feet maybe a little tucked more in, makes it a little more doable usually. Okay, from here, we're gonna take let's take the right arm up and then just lean to the left, drop your right sitting bone down, relax your left neck, the whole neck. Lean the right chest, reach your fingertips away from the right sitting bone. And then you can come up and come forward. I'm not doing the bind this one, but you could have your left arm up, right arm behind, going a little bit just into the stretch mode. Okay, and then you're gonna come up and switch your legs for the side bend cow, right leg on top. Settle in, get your sitting bones down, lift your right arm up, and this time we can lean to the left. Wait, I forget, did we do that same side? I don't know, do your second side, I feel like. I can't remember. Anyway, lean one way, push your opposite sitting bone down. That's crazy. I'll look at the video later and be like, oh. Change, come back up and lower forward. And And when you lower forward, bring your chest forward, drop your sitting bones down. Let your head come down. And then you're gonna slowly come back up, bring your legs out in front of you. And take the fingers, point them forward. Bend your knees as much as you need to plant your feet down for a reverse tabletop. Lift your butt up, squeeze your butt up, and drop your head back. Grab the floor with your fingers. Lift your hips up higher. And then slowly lower the hips down. Bring your bring your arms forward. Come into a headstand or another dolphin. Okay, so here's another chance to get upside down. So if you're doing headstand, go ahead. If you want to work on your forearm stand, you're also welcome. I'm going to do headstand now. If you're watching at all, push your forearms down. You can bend your knees first for headstand, or you can do the pike up with the legs straight. You can go to a wall if you're working on headstand and you're like, I don't want to fall. If you're still working on getting the legs up, that's no problem. Go to a wall. Whatever you're doing, dolphin or headstand or forearm stand, notice your breath. It's calm, subtle. If your legs are in the air, squeeze them together more. Push your forearms down. Shoulders off the ears. Not a lot of pressure in the neck. The neck has to be strong, but you're not doing the posture with your neck. Use your forearms more, use your abs more, squeeze your legs together. You could even lift your head off the ground eventually and go into a Pinchamayurasana from headstand or a tiger pose. Those lineage. Change, come down your feet if they're in the air, and come to a child's pose. Set your head down onto something, forehead to the floor or a pillow, and then relax into child's pose. You can take your arms back if you like, to your feet. Okay, and then take a little more time if you need in child's pose. Bring your legs out in front of you for your seat. We're going to come into a finishing little bit here. Go into Janu Shirasana with your left foot in half lotus or inside of the right leg. Okay, so if you want to do half lotus today in this one, you can. And then come forward. Round your spine like rabbit. Touch your forehead to your knee. Lengthen up and out and switch. Left leg out, right leg either into the inner thigh or half lotus. Stretch out, do like a rabbit pose, spine, chin in, round down. Forehead to your knee. Change, come up, both legs out in front of you, Paschimottanasana. Okay, you can send your sitting bones back, grab your big toes with your fingers or use a strap, chest forward and come forward. If you're doing it like in the 26 and 2, you just use the bind, right, not the strap, and you go for flat back. So it doesn't matter if you come all the way down, but keep your legs strong, flex your toes back, squeeze your legs in, touch your head to your toes. And when you come back up, you're going to lie onto your back for a plow pose. So arrange your arms by your hips, palms down, the back of the head on the ground, the shoulders on the ground, and then you can press in your hands and take your toes over your head. You could start with the hands, palms on the ground. Get your shoulders, or interlace your fingers. That helps for me to get my shoulders more underneath my myself. They like to splay out. You want to have your shoulders in, so you're on your shoulders.
From plow, you can take your hands to your low back and work your way into your shoulder stand. Otherwise, stay in plow. If you're not doing plow, you could do Viparita Karani, so you could be more up on the back of your heart rather than the shoulders. Lift your legs up, squeeze them together if you're in shoulder stand. Same as in your headstand or your forearm stand. The legs are super powerful, so use them to bring energy up. Let your top of the chest come to the base of your throat, shoulder stand. You create a pranic seal energy, trapping it there. Letting things fall back down from the low part of the body into the upper, the heart. Okay, and then shoulder stand, you can stay, you can work on your lotus and shoulder stand. Right leg, left leg, using your hands to help if you can, and then, you know, try some lotus things in shoulder stand, and then fold your lotus. Shoulder stand, eventually come back to plow. Ear pressure pose, bend your knees outside of your head. Draw the knees into the head if you're doing ear pressure pose at this point. Keep your hips up. Keep noticing your breath, calm, slow. Ready to come out, take your time, no rush. When you do come out, put your hands, palms on the ground so you have the support of your arms to lower your spine slowly to the floor, one vertebrae at a time. Your final posture, once you bring your legs down, is fish pose before your final shavasana, okay? So if you're taking fish pose, push into your elbows, lift your chest up more, drop your head back all the way. You can touch your head to the floor. Fish pose, stay, open up the throat, the chest. You could do Uttana Padasana if you have the support to lift your legs, and then take your arms up, legs up at a 45-degree angle from the floor, parallel each other, chest open, eyes open. Relax push your elbows down, reverse out, fish pose right into final shavasana today. Okay, so drop the chest, drop the arms, settle the body, get your clothing if you need it, warmth for your final pose. And then settle in and stay, right? So stay for 10 minutes if you have time today. I'll join you in a second, and I want to sort of close off the meeting. So we're going to finish today in Shavasana. And then you have your choice to stay for as long as you like. Reach your position, Shavasana, just enjoy taking some just slow, deep meditative breaths. We did this amazing practice this morning, coming in early on a Saturday, a cold January day, to just shift your attention inward to your internal, infinite, creative, powerful, a beautiful, compassionate being. It's such a great gift that we have that we can share with one another. So thank you for coming to community to be with each other, do this, and to be with me. I'm always so grateful. Have a great rest of your morning. I'm here.